Okay, you ready?
Not really.
So,
What have you got a list of questions?
I've got some questions, yes.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
What is it about golf that kept you coming back year after year?
Yeah, well, it's so unpredictable. You think you got it nailed, then you're going to shoot lights out every time, but it grabs you. It's either the weather or you're just not in sync with your shots and putting, and that's why it's so popular that it never gets the better of you. I mean, it always gets the better of you. Yeah.
You're the key influence for me getting into golf at a young age.
Oh yes, I remember.
What memories do you have of me starting to play golf?
Yeah. Well, actually, it was you, Matt, and Jess. They all swung that golf club. Yeah, in the garden. You had that plastic set, and you kept hitting the ball away. And that's what you're doing today. You're hitting the ball a mile. At Port Alfred, I mean, it's unbelievable. You almost drive the par fours. Okay, that was when the wind wasn't blowing.
So welcome back to episode number 8 now of Seeking Scratch, and I'm over in South Africa and it is the 14th of November. Now, I landed here a couple of days ago and I've gotten 2 rounds in of golf. So just to get used to the summer golf after playing in some horrendous autumn golf in the UK. And it's a complete shock to the system, really. But we're playing at Royal Port Alfred. I've played there twice already, just off camera to get used to the conditions. And what a stunning course it is. You're going to see later that it's right on the side of the ocean, and it can play tough if the wind is blowing. It just completely changes the course. But we've got my grandpa's buggy behind me, we've got my clubs, we're ready to go. Tee time's at 1:30. So we're just going to have some lunch before we head down, and then we're just going to see how low we can shoot today. I'm going to get him on camera. Hope you enjoyed that interview earlier, and yeah, let's see how it goes. So this is my grandpa's golf clubs, and just look how cool this bag is. So it's fully leather, it's a BMW bag, and he won this at a tournament when he was much younger. It is a stand bag, but he's taken off the legs for some reason. But this, how awesome is this? This is where he keeps his tees, and if that's not cool, I don't know what is for a bag. Such a cool bag. So we're here at Royal Port Alfred. We are going to play 18 holes. We don't have too much wind today, but we'll see what we can do. We'll try and get a low round in. Yeah?
Okay.
Off you go. See what you can do. So starting off the round here at Royal Port Alfred, we've got a par 4 and we're both taking driver to it. Now it is drivable on a good day, but today was not a good day. And bam, hitting the floor. So I took too much ground on that first shot. Grandpa's right in the middle of the fairway. And I am right next to him. So 2 okay shots, it's a par 4. So we can get up and down and hopefully secure a par. So here we are with our second shot, and Grandpa's got about just over 100 yards left in. So he plays a nice wedge up there. I've got about 100 yards myself. So I'm playing a 56 degree here and trying to get it as close as I can. But it's just a bit short, and it actually just rolls off of the green. So I'm going to play a nice little chip shot up. It's going to run right past the flag because these greens are literally ice. And here's Grandpa for his putt. Now he lag putts this beautifully. He knows these greens and the speed. Whoa. Whereas me, in comparison, I can't do that. But I chip it back on from the other side, and I try to line up my putt from this side. It gets close, but just no cigar on this one. So I'll tap it in, and here we are for a bogey on the first. Now coming into this hole, the second hole, it is a drivable par 4 again. And the aim is kind of right in between those 2 palm trees. But the wind just takes it. I end up going a little bit to the right of the fairway. But if you carry it about 250, you're in a pretty good place. And Grandpa's not happy with his drive at all. But it's okay because he has a great recovery shot here on the fairway. He really compresses on it. And I've got about 80 yards in, same as before. So, you know, 56 degree in hand, sending it over to the green. But it's gone too far. Yeah, the altitude here in South Africa is not the same as England. So my distances are a little bit off. Playing another chip shot onto the green here, I'm leaving myself with another long putt. I'm hoping this time I can lag it, but it just falls down to the left. These greens are really hard to read. Now just finishing up my last putt, and I miss it to the right. It kind of just sets a story for the rest of the round, so I take a double there. Next tee box, I take a 3-wood because the wind is right behind me. And I go to the left, Grandpa goes just short of the fairway, and he's hitting an iron up there. It leaves me with about an 8 iron up to the green, playing a little fade, and Grandpa tries to do the same. I'm just short, and I'm taking a 56 degree just to try and get through this grass because I'm just finding it really hard. It's a challenging grass to chip on. Now I've got a putt here. I try put it left, but it just doesn't drop as much as I think it does. Grandpa sends his, no problem at all, perfect lag, and he taps that in for, I believe, a double bogey. Coming up next we have another par 4. Now this one is drivable, and I know I keep saying that, but it really is. The wind is behind me now, and I'm taking the 3-wood to this because sometimes my 3-wood goes just as far, if not further, than my driver, and I flush this. Grandpa here with his second shot, and he sends it right down the middle of the fairway. Okay, so I'm on hole number 4, and I'm already 5 over, so there's some work to do here. We're just trying to find the balls because we both absolutely sent one. There's one over there, Grandpa. What's to the right?
Is that yours?
Yeah. And in terms of recovery, here's my ball after my first shot on the 4th hole. You can see we've nearly driven the green, so hopefully we can get up and down for a birdie. So you know it, I've got a 56 degree in hand, chipping straight onto the green, but it goes a little bit too long because nothing sticks to these greens. I'm putting here to try and get it as close as possible, but it breaks just towards the end here, and I should have a nice easy tap in to secure my first par. Next up is hole number 5, and it's probably the longest par 4 on this course. Now the wind was pushing everything to the right here, so although I hit my drive so well, everything goes right. Okay, so we're both on the middle of the fairway. It's a good shot from you, Grandpa.
I think so.
And and I should be on the middle as well, so I've aimed it left and the wind should have taken it right, so hopefully
Come on,
it's a very
Get out of the way.
it's a very long par 4 this one, so hopefully we've hit the downslope and we should have a nice easy shot in. Grandpa taking a 7-wood here. He's about to send it straight at the green, and honestly for him this is an amazing shot. I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm taking a 9 iron here, just sending it down, playing with that downhill to get it as close as I can. Grandpa now using his chipper, he's going to get it as close to the pin as he can, and he sends it perfectly, rolling straight on. Now mine has leaked a bit to the right, so I am chipping as close as I can to the pin, and it's gone so well. It's actually stuck on the green for once, and honestly for these greens it's insane. So I've got one little putt here. I'm hoping that this is going to go straight in. I'm going to take the flag out to be nice and safe. And I'm just short, you wouldn't believe it. So I'm just going to tap it in here and take a regrettable bogey. Coming up now, I've got a first par 3. Now this actually plays about 130 yards to 150, just depending on what the wind is doing. Today I took a pitching wedge at it, and I'm just a little bit short, leaving me with a little wedge on, but you can see it's just rolled to the right. Now reading the screen, I'm trying to see how the grass is growing, because that's going to tell me where this putt is almost going to break. And see, I aim to the right and I just miss it. So another little tap in, and that's another bogey on the card. Next up is the first par 5. Now this is actually a very narrow and tight par 5. You've got bushes either side here, so I've taken a wood straight down the middle. Grandpa as well, but he's kind of shanked one straight into the bush here, leaving me with a nice 3-wood to try get up towards the green. But although I try to get as close as I can, I'm going to end up on the left-hand side. So I've got a little wedge left in here. I'm trying to stick it as close as I can, and hopefully this is going to give me my first birdie chance today. Grandpa, with a little chip on, he sticks it as close as I do. Here we are, last putt, and a birdie. I can't believe it. Okay, so I've just made my first birdie of the day, so we're slowly bringing it back. We've now got this long par 3 over some trees, and last time I played this I actually sent it a little bit too far with 9-iron. So I'm going to go pitching wedge and aim about 130 yards, but it is down. So let's see what we can do. So pitching wedge in hand, trying to adjust for that down slope here. And I'm just getting that feel in to make sure I'm not coming too far over the top. Both Grandpa and I are really close. You've got me just here. You've got Grandpa there, so I'm going to have to get a read off him, unfortunately. And we've got quite a long lag putt. So Grandpa is first up, sending his putt absolutely screaming past the hole here. Leaves him with about another 5-footer on the other side. So from Grandpa, I was a little bit too scared to whack it, so I've left my lag putt a little bit short. As you can see, I'm right next to the pin. So I'm thinking here, easy par, happy days, but you'll never guess what happens. Of course, a lip out. I can't believe it. So I'm now on the 9th hole. I've teed it up on the right hand side just here because I've got a habit of flying it over this tree, and there's a little tree about 250 in the fairway that I keep hitting in front of. So I'm going to go this side and I'm going to try aim it just through that gap, right nice middle. Following my exact instructions word for word, I hit my best drive of the day and it's gone dead in the fairway, right down the middle as Grandpa says. Now he's going to try to do exactly the same, and he sent a little power fade there, right down the middle, giving him another 3-wood in towards the green. He sends it here, another little fade, and I've got a 7-iron into the green. Now my hopes are up for this par 5. I'm hoping I can either eagle it or birdie it as I've landed on the green. So here I am, sending a putt nice and short, so I've still got a birdie opportunity or a par. As you could tell from earlier, I just can't putt, but I've made a par and that is okay. I will take that any day of the week when I'm playing like I am. And last putt for Grandpa here to make a par as well. So I think the first frustration's starting to set in a little bit. When I'm putting, I just can't get hold of the speed, and there's lots of bumps, so just nothing's going on target, and either it's going too far or it's going too short. So it's just something I'm still trying to work out.
So you played, you played 4 over on the pars 36, eh?
Yep.
And I had 6 over.
Okay. And if I was playing to 0, I've got 6 over at the moment.
Yeah.
So there we are, 6 over through the front 9, and honestly I'm not playing my best here, but I'm just enjoying the weather, enjoying the round, and although I do get frustrated at times, I'm so happy to be playing where I am. Now on this hole I've sent a drive towards that flag in the top right because you can see how crazy the wind is here. To get it anywhere near that fairway, I've got to aim it left and have a bit of a fade against the wind. That left me with a nice pitching wedge onto the green, 130 yards. You can see Grandpa here chipping up. Gives me a very long lag putt here, but these greens are so quick, I really am struggling to read it. So I'm sending it flying past, right past the pin, and it doesn't stop for a second. So here I am, trying to secure my par as Grandpa rolls his in for a bogey. And yeah, no, short again. It's honestly the story of my life today at this round. So next up is another par 3. Now this one's a bit of a long one. It plays about 200 yards and you can see the yellow pin right in front of me. So I'm taking a 6-iron straight at the pin, trying to land it close. And Grandpa here with his 7-wood to do the same thing. But honestly, look at this wildlife on this course, it is insane. You just don't get this in England. I'm chipping here, playing the slope to try get it as close to the green as I can. Now, it is on, but it's not as close to the flag as I would like it. I'm nice and protected from the wind here, so that shouldn't be affecting a single thing. I'm going to tap it here, hope for it to go in, but no, just short again. And I don't know why, but I just can't putt today. Just nothing's going in my favour. Next up, we've got another par 4. I'm sending a driver, and it just goes dead straight. So I think I've hit it too straight. My aim was over here at this tree, and I was hoping that I was going to play a fade and it would go round. Oh, focus. But I've just gone too straight at that tree, and I should be around there, hopefully in the rough. And indeed I am here in the rough, although I've got no sight into the screen, but it was around 100 yards, so 56 degree to cut through that rough with my F grind, and I've sent it as close as I think I can. Just short of the green, I'm putting here, and that first cut, it just slows the ball right down. So I'm going to line up my second putt here. This is for par. This is the putt that I need to get things back on track. You can see even my grandpa's trying to help me out with my putting here, because he can see it's just not going in my favour today. I can't do it. So here it goes. This putt for par. I'm hoping to get it straight in the cup. No, you can tell by that I have another lip out. I think that makes 2, if not 3 today already. So here I am. Bogey. What else would I score? It just seems to be a bogey train at the moment. Next up, I've got this long par 3. It's about 220 yards. I've taken a 4 iron, nice and easy to get it up there and not put too much pressure on myself. Grandpa sends one straight ahead, and he doesn't catch it very smoothly. I'm just to the right of the green now, and I'm going to be chipping on. I do take a 60 degree, and I'm trying to get it to bite on these greens, but nothing is biting, and I don't know why I even attempt. So here I am, putting again, and hopefully this time is going to behave. You see me trying to read the green here, and I just didn't hit it enough, but it was going to go in if I did. So tap in here, and what else would I take? Yep, a bogey. Coming up now, we've got hole number 14, and this is a very long par 5. But it is nice and open here, and you can see you can just send your driver, and that fairway is probably about 50 yards wide. So there's not too much concern here. Nice, easy drive straight down the middle. Now I'm posing a little bit here because I did have a crowd hanging out at the clubhouse watching me on that drive. It's left me with a 4 iron in, and I'm just in the little bit of that first cut of the fairway, and it's landing just on the back of the green, and I'm there in 2. So once more I'm giving myself an eagle putt, but if my putting today is anything to go by, you know it's just not going to go in. So here we are, birdie putt, and does this go in? I'll let you take a good quick guess. No, it doesn't. I just miss it again. So I'm tapping in here for a par. But you know what? If it's a par, I will take it, because I haven't had too many of those today. Coming up now, we have hole number 15. Now this is a drivable par 4. So I've got the driver out. I've sent it, as you can see, so straight, and it's straight up towards that flag. Little chip here with a 56 degree. Not too far, and this time it bites. I'm straight next to the pin, and a little tap in, and I've finally got my second birdie, clawing back that score bit by bit. Next up is hole number 16, and I'm taking a 3-wood to try keep it beneath that wind. We're coming into the 16th hole now, and before I was 10 over. Just birdied the previous hole, so now I'm back to 9 over. I've had a few opportunities, but my putting is just a miss today. It's not there, so it's something I need to practice on. Grandpa has officially packed it in.
Yeah, my back can't take it.
He's going to be my caddy for the rest of the round, and hopefully we can bring it back even further down. So, hardest hole on the course, got a bit of wind, and we're just going to try play it as simple as possible. Finding my ball now on the left hand side of the fairway, pretty far from the fairway to be honest. but I'm taking a 6-iron here, trying to get it as close to the green as I can, but I end up just to the left of that tree. Now my chip on does clip a tree up above and it just stops it a little bit dead, but check this putt out. Oh, it was so close. Just to the right and a little tap in, but that does give me another bogey on the cards. Coming in now is hole 17 and my drive just goes straight right. You can see me by the tee boxes for the next hole, but a pitching wedge on and then one putt, and I thought I would have it, but just check that breakout, see how quick these greens are. But that's okay, we make a par and happy days. Coming in now on the 18th, although it looked like that ball went left, that was actually my tee. I'm right in the middle of the fairway here, and with another 4-iron in hand, I'm just short of the green. So chipping it on, staying clear of that right hand side, I play it safe to the middle. This is a par 5, so I've now got 2 putts here to secure my last par of the day. Lining it up, getting a feel for the green, I've sent it here, playing it so safe, and just a little tap in here secures par. So we just finished the round. I ended up shooting off of scratch. It was an 81 total. Grandpa shot a 97. Obviously he gave up a little bit towards the end because of his back, but we just gave him 2 over par for the remaining holes. So he shot a 97 on scratch. So with both of our handicaps, and for me it's a 5, for Grandpa it's a 17, I shot a 76. Now the course is a par 72 and Grandpa shot an 80, so I think we both played pretty well. Yeah, there are places to improve, especially I think my putting that you showed me. Maybe you get your driver in the air.
Yeah, I really think your putting will your score will improve if you get your putting game properly.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lovely course. I'm looking forward to playing it again.
Good.
And,
well, next time.
We'll go lower.
Well, it's Sunday. Yes.
Yeah.
It'll be early in the morning. No wind. I
hope. Fingers crossed.
Okay.
But yeah. Thank you, Grandpa.
Okay. Well done.